It's not that they're saying something wrong, it's our understanding is wrong because we don't listen to what the other person is saying. I had a very interesting experience with my son. You know, I used to really get mad at him in the past for not getting grades that I expected of him. I expected of him. So that was my mistake, which I learned later on was not worth it. And I used to get really angry. Every time he brought his report book, just get angry, shout and scream at him. Never improved in his grades. You know, he never did because he said, my father's crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going through a life situation which he doesn't know anything about and he's just screaming at me for not getting good grades. So one day I sat down with him and I said, okay friend, let's talk. What's bothering you? What do you want to be? He has an idol, David Beckham. Football. Greatest football player so far in Manchester United team.
Yeah, we call soccer.
Yes.
Right. Football.
So he wanted to become something like that soccer player. Okay, soccer player. All right. So he wanted to be a great soccer player. So I asked him, why? Well, because you can see him and he's a millionaire. He gets paid X millions for every game and I want to get to that point. I want to play soccer because I want to get $1 million for every game I play. And I want to be a rich person. I said, fine. Do you know what David Beckham goes through every day? He says, yeah, you know. He gets invited to play at this club and that club. And he gets something. I said, no, that's not what he does. Every morning he wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And he goes to play soccer. And he doesn't care whether he has an entire team or not. He goes and plays soccer. And he always plays the most difficult soccer that you can ever think about. And are you willing to do that? Are you doing that? He says, no. He says, are you willing to do that? He says, I don't have a team. I said, doesn't matter. Go and play anywhere. Find a team. Create a team. Get people together and play. If you don't spend time practicing now, you'll never get to that point of playing soccer at that level and earning $1 million. And slowly I could see the seed sink into his mind. You know, I could see that happening. But anyway, I continued and asked him, okay, so you don't want to practice that much. So what do you want to do in soccer? See, I want to play street soccer. I said, oh, that's very good. How many people you know, street soccer players, who are millionaires? He said, nobody. I said, David Beckham is never going to play street soccer. And if he did, he's never going to make $1 million for every game. And then he started singing. He was quiet for a while. Probably made sense to him. I don't know. I think it did. And he said he got up because I talk like this with my family every moment I get. They get fed up of me all the time, and my wife particularly, she just switches off. So now she's come to a point where she listens to me for a while, but then switches off after a while. It doesn't matter because over time, I'm sure that time frame of listening is going to increase slowly. So I don't care. It's going to happen. It has to happen. There's no choice. They don't have a choice.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we struggle with as mentors, and then even as we, for ourselves here in the room, what's a practical question I could ask myself, or if I'm mentoring someone, I could ask them, to help them find or to build their desire or find their purpose? What is the question? I heard you say earlier, what would you spend your resources to achieve? Do you think that's the best question to help someone, or my own self, find what my compelling reason or my purpose or what I desire?
That may be the best question for some people. The best question cannot be just one question. It all is dependent on the person's state of being at that moment, in the state of mind at that moment. So, in my opinion, the first thing is to listen to the person and start to ask what is bothering the person. Try to give him a solution to his problem first. As we all know, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay? The hierarchy of needs, he talks about the physiological needs first. You need to satisfy your physiological needs first before you can even think about the next set of needs. So unless and until we come to that understanding and ask questions of people and find out where they are in that hierarchy of needs, what is their need at the moment. We do the financial need analysis for customers. Why? We want to know where they are at this present moment. Because all people will tell you, if you want to get to where you want to go, you must know where you are now. If you don't know where you are, you can never identify your destination or where you want to go. So you must know where or what are the needs of the people at that moment, in that moment in time. And that's what the financial need analysis really does. It tells you where they are and what they should have. And that's what your planning does for them. That, okay, you are here, this is what you should have, this is what you need to do to get what you should have, and this is what we can offer you to get to where you need to go.
Roger, we have an exercise that in one of our classes that we offer in seminars, and I've used it really often. What we did is a value ladder. So I asked the individual, why is money important? And they give me the first answer. Then I said, well, why is that important? They give me another answer. And I said, well, why is that important? And about 5 or 6 steps up the ladder, we found what's really important. Do you think that might be a good way to help them find what's really important to them, what their purpose is, and what their compelling reason?
That is one of the nice ways to do it. That's if it's working for you, that's good. It may not work for everybody because you may not be able to identify the key word in the statement in the answer and ask why this is important.
Right.
So it may be good for you because you've been using it for so long and you've been able to identify the words and what it means to that person who's saying it. Then it's good. But it is one of the nice ways to do it, really. It's very simple and very easy way of asking why this is important. No, there's no hypnotism here. I don't work with that. What issue are you?
Like tense on my thighs, like nervousness.
Nervousness in your eyes?
In thighs.
In your thighs. Okay, and what happens when you feel nervous in your thighs? What happens in your thighs?
They're just tensed up.
They get tensed up like stone, they become like stone. Now, what do you do to release the tension? When do you, are you feeling better in the morning when you wake up or get out of bed? Do you feel better? There's no tension there? So sleep, would you say that sleep is a way you relax the muscles in your thighs? Yeah? And how long have you been having this?
It's just when I get nervous, I don't know why I'm nervous. For today, I don't know why.
So you feel tension right now?
Yeah.
And on a scale of 0 to 10, what would you say the tension is at?
I would say it's about a 9.
About a 9. All right, let's do something. There are meridian points in the body, okay? And when you tap on the meridian points, that's like acupuncture requires needles to be put into your body at the meridian points. And when you do that, the problems affecting the body tend to disappear. And we try to work with this lady here. Sorry, did she?
Rose.
Rose, okay. We'll try to work with Rose and see how this helps her release the tension. She has a tension on her inner thighs on a scale of 0 to 10 at 9, which is very high. And we'll try to bring it down as much as we can. This is the first meridian point over here on what is known as the karate chop. Okay? And when you shake hands with people, you press their karate chop point and they press yours. This is the standard practice. This releases tension and makes it an acceptance problem, or not a problem, a solution. You accept the person when you shake hands. And there's always some cordiality between the two of you. When any two people shake hands, they feel very cordial toward each other. And then, when children feel sleepy, they rub their eyes. As we all do when we feel sleepy. I rub my eyes like this. And what we're doing is we are just pressing the meridian points here. Makes us feel relaxed and we fall asleep. These are just few of the things that we do subconsciously without really knowing why we're doing it. But this is nothing but acupuncture that is helping us release the tension in our body and making us relax.